Now, let us examine the factors which are responsible for actually controlling the Indian weather conditions. All the countries have certain factors which make a climate, or rather they are the one responsible for creating the kind of temperature, climate, weather, whatever you call it, is there in that country. In India, it is actually the 4 factors which determine the making of a weather. The first is of course the location, and as far as the location is concerned, India is situated in the Tropic of Cancer, and therefore this divides the country into tropical and subtropical zone, which means that this is creating a big effect on the making of the weather of an area. Next we see is that the Himalayas of India act like a climatic divide. So, the first factor was the location of the country. Second is the pressure and the surface winds. See, due to the unequal heating of land and water, the low pressure trough develops over the interior of the land mass, and I have told you what a trough is. So, this is again having an influence on the making of the weather of the country. Next is the air currents or the jet streams as we call them. The jet streams are responsible for the sudden outbreak of the monsoon in the North India. And lastly, the tropical cyclones and the western disturbances. The cyclonic depression which develops in the Andaman Sea actually gives rainfall in the Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri delta, whereas the jet streams which are responsible for bringing the westerly disturbances cause rainfall in the north and the northwestern region of India. So, remember, these are the 4 factors which determine or which control the Indian weather condition, that is the location, the pressure and surface winds, the air currents and the tropical cyclones and the western disturbances. Let us talk about more in the next clipping.